Chapter 7. Arnie thinks Dave is full of shit. I stopped talking, only to notice Arnie Blunstone was staring at me in wide-eyed, silent horror. Not the kind of horror you feel when you find out the universe is full of real monsters, but the kind you feel when you realize someone else's idiocy had just wasted your entire day. I glanced down at the tape recorder, saw that it stopped long ago. Arnie rubbed his hands over his face like he was washing without water. What? He looked at me and made a polite effort to hide his deep, pure disdain, but didn't respond. Do you, want something to eat? I'll buy. No thanks, he said, twisting his face into a pained, fake smile. Let's just wrap this up and I'll be out of your hair. Oh, okay. Now, just to clear a few things up, if you don't mind. First of all, let's confirm that that's the little pill bottle there. Oh, yeah, it's empty now. Because you took the last of the, soy sauce before you came today. That's right. So you don't have any left to show me. Let me see the stuff crawl around the table and all that. Oh. No, I guess I should have saved some. No problem. I mean, that would have been physical evidence to back up your whole story. But we won't worry about that sort of thing. Asshole. I should cut that smirk off your face with my butter knife. And I guess you forgot to tell me that you took the pill bottle with you when you left the trailer, 'cause you have it now. But in your story, you left it behind. You know, when your dog drove by in the car and picked you up, hey, that would have been something else to show me, the car-driving dog. I went back to Robert's place afterward, found the pill bottle among the debris, completely unburdened. Of course. I could show you where the trailer was, by the way. I mean, there's another trailer there now, but if you look at the ground, you could sort of see where something might have been burned there once. You could drive out there. Uh-huh. And what about the dozens of deaths from the dismembered fans of the Marconi thing? I'm surprised that wasn't bigger news, a crowd of people disappearing like that. There's actually a very good reason for... And you told me Jim hauled in a dolly of sound equipment to the Luxor, but later on there were 2 carts of equipment there. Of everything that I've told you, that's the part you're having trouble believing? And in your story, you kept losing track of how many people were with you. At some point, you said something like 5 of us, and the dog piled into the car, when there was only 4 of you at that point. By my count, your friend John, Big Jim, and the girl Lopez, but you probably got mixed up. It's hard to Well, you were probably forgetting you had killed Fred already, meaning Fred Chu, the guy whose head you blew off with a shotgun. I didn't answer. So there really is a guy named Fred Chu, and he's really dead. I can look him up. He's missing, officially. Okay, so there's more story, or should I pack up? Do you have any documents like to copy me on, like your tax returns from the year your dog won all the money at the casino? Which form does the IRS have you fill out for that? I took a deep breath and said, look, not every little single thing in the story is true, but the meat of it is, I swear it. I admit I get a little silly with the truth. It is hard to explain. It's my way. But those people at the Luxor, they did disappear, Arnie. And I mean, they totally disappeared. That guy with the beard who lost his wife, he came back later and said he had no wife, and you know what? He didn't. He didn't have a wife named Becky. And there was no Becky at the show. They went down the guest lists. Everybody was accounted for. So she was never there. Okay. Would you please stop doing that? Patronizing me? You saw the wig monster out there in my truck, in the cage. That's what it was. You saw it. I saw something. I saw what you wanted me to see. Some people are manipulators. I know that much. Oh, hey, you said those monsters. They ooze the soy sauce, right? You could just go out there and get some. You seriously wanted to go try? No, I don't. Let me ask you. Did they do any psychological testing on you when they had that incident in school? The one that got you sent away? And the report they wrote, did it have the word sociopath on it? I groaned. Don't make this about me. The people in Vegas, the ones who have vanished, they never existed, Arnie. No, listen. This is hard to understand, but the moment that they were sucked into that hole or whatever it was, they didn't just stop existing in the here and now. They were erased from the past too. That's why there's no report of them being gone. At that moment, they were never born. If I'd fallen in there, you'd be able to go back and see my mom never had a male child, and she never named him David. We wouldn't be sitting here right now. Assuming this is true, which, incidentally, I'm not drunk enough to do, how could you possibly prove that? I took a breath. Here goes. I have dreams, Arnie. And in my dreams, the whole thing from Luxor plays out. Only with another guy. And I know his name. Todd Brinkmeyer. A year older than me. Long blonde hair. In the dream, he's with us. He's toting the second dolly of sound stuff. He's with us in the SUV. He's carrying the second guitar. Okay, back up. I heard her say his name, Arnie. I heard Jennifer shout Todd, plain as day. I think that was him getting sucked into the hole. The vortex thing, as of that moment, he was gone. He got sucked in and he was zapped out of the past, present, and future, out of our memories. They have that power somehow. But one night, me and John got really drunk and we sat down telling Todd Brinkmeyer stories. Real stories. Story that happened but didn't happen. I think of his face sometimes. I can see it, and it's like a dream you can't quite remember the next morning. And I go back to go over the chain of events like there's places, holes where I know Todd should be. He was there and he helped us. Arnie, he fought with us. And I'm not even allowed to remember him. To mourn his death, at least Jim got a funeral, but Todd, I can't find his picture in the yearbook. Can you even imagine what that's like? Arnie sighed and for a quick moment looked genuinely sympathetic that someone could dream up something this elaborately sad. He said, "We both got places to go tomorrow. Is there any more?" You act bored, Arnie. You act like you're miles above it all. But you're still sitting here, aren't you? You're still listening. I know you got reasons, but I don't know what they are yet. God knows I would have split by now if I were in your shoes. I said, you gotta understand. Vegas was just the beginning. End of Book 1.